Wild thoughts here, DJ Khaled and Rihanna, obviously in reference to Pep and the wild thoughts that go through his head when he makes those team selections. He messed up yesterday, James. He messed up.
It's a great song choice, by the way.
Come on, tell me why he didn't. Go on, he did.
Okay,
It's
so
a good song choice, isn't it?
Brilliant.
Yeah,
great song choice.
Thank you.
Is that your? Did you say that your one again? No, okay. Listen, any team that loses, the manager got it wrong. That'd be simple.
That's it, isn't it?
Yeah, Tuchel got everything right because he won.
But maybe because Pep also made that call in the defensive midfield spot, I think he set himself up, because I think he would have gone with Rodri or Fernandinho, I don't think anybody would have been questioning his tactics.
Yeah.
But he's almost put himself out there, and that's what
to be shot
the
down.
best. Yeah. But I agree with what David said. It's true. If he wins, then no one's talking about that.
And I want to see that midfield battle between Fernandinho and Kante. Like I was all for it.
Yeah.
I was like, sign me up for this little battle of two giants. Well, not one.
Well, Gondwan
so
is not going to do that role, is he? He was further back. He picked up a yellow card. Almost could have picked up a second yellow in the second half.
Did he even play yesterday? Did he play?
But you're asking him to do a role he's not familiar with, so it's a difficult one.
Well, I think, as I say, it's easy to, and any solution to the problem is plausible because Man City lost.
Yeah.
So, Pep got it wrong. Should have been something else is easy. But when you look at the chances, Sterling had a chance from a long ball from Edison.
Got to do better. He's got
could
to
do better. Should
what
do
a ball,
whatever.
by the way.
Yeah.
But Edison, that's the only time. And maybe, obviously, you're a goalkeeper, so you might have an idea of why. But why didn't Edison do that more? It's almost like
just keep bombing it in.
No, but he pings it every single time, and it works.
But as I say, statistically, I think Chelsea had 2 shots on target, 1 goal.
Yeah.
Manchester City had 1 shot on target. So statistically, it didn't seem like the goalies didn't have a lot to do, generally speaking. And
what is that like for goalkeepers when you're there just almost watching games?
You mean like Jens Lehmann used to do when he used to do his little
and he used to do like little
circus
something,
tricks.
Yeah, like you're there, the team's got all the possession and you're just staying like.
I tell you what, when I was younger, hated it.
You'd be freezing.
Playing for Liverpool. No, well, it wasn't that. It's just kind of like I've trained hard all week.
Yeah.
Give me something to do.
Yeah.
And I'd walk off the field, would win a game 3-0. I'd have 3 goal kicks, maybe a roll out to someone and say, "Well played, Joe." And I'm like, "Do us a favour." But then you get older, and then towards the end of your career, you're thinking, "Do you know, I'd love one of them games right now."
Yeah, just almost nothing. I was watching the game yesterday. There's a player that I think in a couple of years' time, if he can improve at the rate I think he's going to improve, he's going to be a superstar, and that's Kai Havertz. I feel like he has everything.
I agree with that.
I feel like left foot, right foot. He's got a bit of pace, not great, but he's got a stature about him as well. Looks a bit special.
Yeah, I thought that he's obviously him and Timo Werner with the price tags they came to Chelsea with. People have often questioned that, but I thought he was brilliant yesterday, not just because of his goal, but he was going past players effortlessly. Just the guile he has, he just goes past them, and it was brilliant. I thought he had a really good game, and I also think he's going to get better. I want to see him be a little bit nasty. Do you know what I mean? He almost seems like he's too nice. I'm not saying I want him to start getting red carded before people start biting my head off.
No.
But what I'm saying is that I want him to just have a little bit more about him, because I don't think he realises just how good he could actually be.
Yeah, scary. What about Timo Werner? There's
I'm a big fan.
What?
No,
Big
me and
fan.
Jamer had this discussion off there, didn't we?
See, Jamer, there's fan and there's big fan. I'd accept fan, but big fan?
Listen, Chelsea win the Champions
Like
League.
super fan?
I'm not a super fan. I'm not a super fan. I just like the fact that Tuchel trusted him. He went in there and he caused problems. The fact that he didn't score.
Yeah.
Nah.
No, I'm just telling you.
No.
When you're in the goal, when you're in defence, and you've got a guy who's going to get into positions, then you know that one time he's going to probably.
I agree with that.
And so therefore, he
Before
is
the final
always
yesterday.
a problem.
1-8,
But I
1-9?
agreed with that, though, before yesterday.
Champions League winners.
Because you do want the forwards getting in those positions, right? But at this time next season, if he gets in those positions and keeps missing, that's when people ask the question.
Whoa. We can't project what he's going to be like.
No, but I think he's been given an opportunity because he's price
We can
tag.
kind of project because we looked at him this season.
No, you can see what he's done this season.
I'm not saying he's a bad player.
He's won the Champions League. I think the point being is that if you're on that Man City defence yesterday and he's on that pitch and he's getting these opportunities, he's unsettling you.
Yeah,
I agree with that. He's quick.
That stops you from making.
Yeah,
it stops you from making what the normal decisions because teams are going to step off and not cause you problems. He caused problems.
But we said this before. He caused problems to the centre backs, but not the goalkeeper, because every time he got in front of the goal, he missed.
If you're
so
Tammy
you
Abraham
can't.
and you're watching it, from the sidelines. He wasn't even on the bench yesterday, Tammy, but that's another discussion. And you're watching and you're thinking, wait a minute. I mean, yes, like what David's saying, he is causing problems, but surely as a striker, we're there to put in the ball in the back of the net, and it's not doing it.
If I was playing for Tuchel, though, I think the confidence he's putting in him, it would make me want to play for him. If I was Werner, and he seems like a likeable guy, I've seen him in post-game interviews, and what also, I'm not going to absolutely hammer him, I just think he needs to do better in front of goal. But at the same time, these players that have come over, they've come over during a global pandemic. It's very different for players coming over. I think people often think, they cost this much money. They've not really gelled with their teammates. They're not going to dinners. They're not going to things. They're in a new country, new environment, playing for one of the best teams in the world. It isn't easy. So people often think, they cost this much money. They should just be great overnight. It doesn't work like that. But I do agree with David to a certain degree, but I just think if he keeps getting those positions, this time next year, I don't think he'll be in the position. But they could also get another number 9, and he could maybe go out wide, because I actually think he's better suited on one of the wings.
Well, on a basis statistically.
Here we go.
I'm apologising to everyone. Yeah, but Chelsea's top goal scorer in the Champions League was Giroud. Yeah. So he should have played every game.
I love Giroud,
on statistics. Yeah, but he wouldn't have. I love him as a player.
He doesn't seem to work in what Tuchel wants.
Exactly.
He's not a runner, is he? He's not going to give you what Werner gives you, which is literally everything. Pedal to the metal all the time.
Yeah, and Tuchel, when he selected that side, put Werner up front, he kind of thought, I tell you what, today he might just score me a hat-trick.
But if Chelsea
he
would
knew
have
that
lost,
he was going to give him so much and hopefully get a goal. But in the end...
Hopefully those goals will start to come. But if Chelsea would have lost that game yesterday, I think that people are going to almost forget that Timo Werner missed about 4 opportunities in front of goal, 2 of which were pretty clear-cut opportunities that I'd expect the top centre-forward to put away.
How far away are they from challenging for the title next season? Like, how many players are we talking? Just a number 9 that can put 30 goals a season, a Lukaku type, or more than that?
Yeah, I think they are. I think if they can get a number 9, it'll be frightening. Lukaku was already there. I'm not quite sure he'd want to go back to Chelsea. I know there's speculation about it, but we'll have to wait and see. But I do think similar to, Manchester United, if they got a number 9.
Here we go.
Man United again. If they got a number 9, though, we could talk about a lot of
number 5.
That's the 5th. Is that number 5?
No, but it's true, though. Like,
in
these
27
teams,
minutes.
Manchester City, obviously, Aguero's gone. You can't, Pep's played without a number 9 this season. Kevin De Bruyne has gone in there. But at the same time, that will only go so far. You do have to have a goal scorer, don't you?
Thanks, yeah.
You do.
Do you? Jay, I don't know. Statistically, no? Or?
No, well, I don't. No, I'm not buying that.
You don't need to have a goal scorer?
A goal scorer. I mean, of course, you need goals to win games, but to have an out-and-out sort of top goal scorer, no, I don't think so.
Right, are you
statistically, I'll tell you what, I'm going to say statistics less times than Lianne says Man United. Right?
Are you saying that based on maybe Liverpool not having a number 9 that scores, but having other goal scorers, or?
Well, top goal scorers, by definition. Then, if you've got the top goal scorer, you should win the league. And historically, the top goal scorer does not win the league. So therefore, a team comes heavily dependent on one individual. Sergio Aguero has only won the Golden Boot once, and he is Man City's top goal scorer. It's about sharing the goals.
Good stat, though, isn't it, Liam?
It is, but then you just said about sharing it. This season, Liverpool didn't really share. Mo Salah's scored a lot of goals this season.
The majority, yeah.
They finished third.
Yeah, I'm not saying they didn't.
Yeah,
but at the same time, Firmino's, he started to score recently, but before that, the goals were not really shared. Last season, it seems like Mane was scoring more goals. So I do agree with David to a certain degree, but then at the same time, you have to have a goal scorer that can put in the goals to take you to that next level.
Well, I'll go back to the Werner
argument. To the next level.
The Werner argument, or discussion, shall I say? The guy's not scoring.
Argument. We don't rate him.
But he's not scoring. He's not scoring the amount of goals that people expected him to score, but he causes problems.
Is that what Chelsea bought him for?
You know what it is, David?
Is that what they
to win the Champions League? I tell you what, when he signed,
did they bring him in to cause problems or to score goals?
To win trophies, and they did that yesterday. So good signing.
You know what the thing is about him as well?
I'm not having this stat.
It's how many he misses. So it's not a case of he's not in position to score, because he gets himself in the positions. Yep. He just misses them, and he misses them woefully. Like yesterday, had a couple of chances. Like a top striker puts those away. At least makes the goalkeeper make a very, very good save. No.
You would like to. Yeah. I mean, he forced Ederson into a save. I mean, Ederson's only save. But the point being, as I say, it's kind of like, as a defensive unit, if this guy keeps breaking you down, getting into positions, then it causes you anxiety, arguably, as a defensive unit. And he regularly does it. I mean, this is the thing.
It'll be frightening. It will be frightening.
If he scores and he does everything else he does now, then obviously that they've got a very, very special player. I just don't think he's the whole package.
Hang on a minute. So what about Pulisic?
What about him?
Is he better than Werner?
I would put him in instead of him.
He didn't miss one yesterday, though, did he? One-on-one.
Oh, he missed that one chance, but come on.
Sorry, I do
but
apologise there.
Tuchel, one thing I'll say about Tuchel, though.
Maybe he's the first American ever to play in Champions League final. He's allowed to miss that opportunity.
No, but Tuchel seems to have, like many managers do, the people that they know will do the job, right? We saw what he did with Hudson-Odoi when he brought him on, took him off, because he wasn't doing what he was asked of him. To me, Hudson-Odoi looked like he was doing absolutely fine. But at the same time, to Tuchel, that wasn't what he was being asked of. Yeah. And you're right, they won yesterday. So, but does that mean that Werner had a great game because they won?
It's a cup final. It doesn't matter how you win.
It was an interesting game, I think.
I
agree.
Win it. I mean, if it was the basis going forward, then you can analyse it in more depth.
Yeah.
What he did on the day was cause Man City loads of problems. I mean, Chelsea caused Man City problems without hitting the target, Pulisic included.
I'd have loved to have had a manager, right, in my career that I've caused problems, ran around, possessed the ball but missed 4 opportunities, and my manager said, you know what, Lianne, you're playing again next week. That'd be absolutely brilliant to do it consistently.